Hey all, 118 Set Shadow here. Divine Set 2 is still going pretty well, and we're starting to see more cards get bought out with the week that we've got here. And on top of that, we've got all the reveals now for... We got all the reveals for our first Divine Lyrical set as well. So the next thing we're going to be looking at are card reveals from Set 4. And we already got news that Barrel Magnus is getting not reprinted, retrained. So another big blow to all Eugene fans out there, as Barrel Magnus got way ahead of the line here. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Bushiroad has not been kind to Eugene at all. In any case, let's go back to what we've got for today's Market Watch. Now, event-wise, one thing I do want to talk about is that we will have another Constructed Cup, and the season is going on right now for Divine Set 2. So, with that, definitely pay attention to the Grade 3s that you want to play, especially considering that they'll have some increased popularity during this time frame, as during these Constructed Cups, you are only allowed to play Grade 3s that come out of Set 2. And our biggest one for this set is Fated One of Zero Bladmeyer, which has been going back up in price and now only has 9 listings starting at about $14, and the market price is currently about $12. Nobody has bought the FFR yet, which currently has a price of just under $58 to pick up. The Secret Rare is already off the market at a market price of $461-ish, and the Silver Rare is still on the market with 10 listings at $25 to start, but a market price of $31.26. So Bladmeyer is one of the more popular ones. Even without considering the Constructed Cup, it should definitely be a pretty popular one going forward as well. As will be Zorga Nadir, which is definitely the second biggest one to consider out of Divine Set. But even with that being said, there is a lot of availability for this one. 36 listings on the Triple Rare starting at $7, not too far off from its market price. And when it comes to the Silver Rare, that one's actually more expensive than Bladmeyer's right now for its base, but it's aligned with its market price at being about $27, $28. The FFR is sold for around $45, $46, and has a listing as low as $43-ish. And the Secret Rare is still on the market, starting at $300 with 7 listings. And the market price on that is Quintet 3s. That's funny to see. Some other cards to keep in mind are Roxe, which is one of... why am I blanking on his name right now? Wow, I am really blank. Varga, that's right. Varga's new support card, which comes as a triple rare. This prevents intercepts and gives extra draws for Varga. At this point, the triple rare is available for under $10. It's more around $9 when you look at its market price and base value. FFR is currently $55 for its base value and then 3 listings there, but that's above the market price of $46. And the silver rare is available for about $16 right now, which is under its current market price of $19-ish. And this card should continue to see play, given that Varga is still a very strong deck to go with. Mind you, though, because it's Varga, you cannot use it for the Constructed Cup. Loving Pink Frank set, which is supposed to be Chris Rain support, but this is actually very generic to play for Lyrical Monasterio for its second ability. Because the second ability only requires you to have 3 to 4 different units on the board, including itself, if I was reading it right. Let me just double check. 3 or more units with different card names if you have 4. Yeah, so it includes itself. So as long as you've got 2 to 3 other units with different names than this card, its second effect completely kicks off. And so there's been a lot of hype on the Japan side as well, with Lyrical's new set fully getting revealed too. Right now, we've got 25 listings on the triple rare starting from about $12. The silver rare is currently at $16.50 to start, a little higher than its market price. And the FFR is currently $75 with 6 listings, which is a little higher than its current market price of about 74. So definitely be careful about this one. It's another lyrical generic. I would anticipate that this one might get bought out at some point, and yeah, that's all I can say about this one at this point. DivineZ 2 also brought us these generics for each of the different nations, which allow you to play orders from your deck by forcibly dropping them, and then you can play them from the drop. One of those cards is Dancing Princess of Elegant Flames, Justina. This is the Dragon Empire variant of this card, and right now, the FR is actually cheaper than the double rare at this point, while the silver rare is the most expensive to pick up at around $9, and it has a market price of just over $6. The FR is $4 base, which is higher than its almost $350 market price, and the double rare is currently $5 at least to pick up. So yeah, it's out of whack where these prices are. The FR is the cheapest, the silver rare is the most expensive. And I mean, that makes sense, but then the double rare is more expensive than the FR. So just keep that in mind. Always make sure you're looking at all the rarities that are available. And there are other versions of this card for each other nations, so if you're looking for that type of card, definitely take a look at those. We were talking about the energy cyclers a while back and how they were really low on listings and moving up in price. And one of the biggest ones that have been making moves recently is Steam Gunner Tizkar, which when I last spoke about it, I think it was in the high 20s, and now there are only 2 listings on the triple rare, starting from $38. And they've been selling for $20-ish all the way to $36 on its last sale. And now the only listings available go from $38 to $50. Market price on this one is $25-ish. And with Bladmeyer, as well as Direful Dolls still out there, it's no surprise that this really took off. And of course, this is not the only one, so pay attention to these energy cyclers. But we should be seeing more copies on the market mid-July with the second printing. Kuninaga Kiwame, or yeah, this is one of the cards from the Token Rambu set. Currently still holding steady at around $9 to $10 if you want to pick this up, but it's only got 6 listings right now. It's been selling for $10 pretty recently, and availability on this one is holding around $10.50 to about $11 if you want to pick it up. I mean, it is 6 listings though, so it is getting consolidated amongst the sellers. That is a sign that it may end up seeing a spike if it continues to see a lot of sales, so definitely be careful about that. The SIRs that you get out of the triple drive set, particularly the triggers, are really seeing upward movement everywhere you look. Blaze Maiden Parama is a good example of this one, where the market price has been going up and has now reached about $44, and it's been selling pretty readily at, or I shouldn't even say readily, it hasn't sold for over a month. I guess that was my mistake there. But it did sell for $69 to $70 before it just kind of dropped off in sales. But the reason for that is that the only other copy on the market is $145 right now. So yeah, that's probably not going anywhere. We'll see what happens with this card overall. But it does sell for at least $70, so just keep that in mind. Stem Deviate Dragon's SIR is completely off the market right now, and the last sale we saw for this was recently at $100. And a few days earlier, it sold for $42, and now, actually, it was today. Someone bought it today for $100. Holy crap. And then we've got $44 as a sale back in June for that. But this card is also just a victim of massive buyout on this market. Jacko Parade Therasis, which is a Siana support card, but also a good support card for some premium Bermuda decks. This one is currently at $6 to start off. It's been up and down. We had a major spike at some point when the set first came out, but now you see it sell for $6.50 to $7, though the lowest listing is just $6 with a lot of copies and free shipping on top of that. So if you do want to pick this one up, I mean, I'd say this is fair. It has been lower, but the chance of it getting lower again is probably not as great given that we don't see any reprints on the horizon. Jasine, which is one of Kairi's support cards, has gotten really cheap though, at $30 to start off for its regular version, and then if you want the foil of this promo, it's $7 to start off, but only 10 listings at this point. Market price on that is $10, and Kairi has gotten pretty strong, so I would not overlook this as a potential to go up if Kairi keeps on seeing more value gains. Adhold, which is one of the generics that you pick up from Festival 2023. This one is currently $19 to pick up for its triple rare, and then you've got $100 base right now for the FFR. This one is for Lyrical Monasterio, and I mean that hype the hype of the new stuff that we saw from DivineZ Lyrical will probably keep its price up too. Imgror has been slowly taking dips on the base form of its promo, and now we're back to just about $36 for the base one. However, the base price for the foil version is still $78. If we take a look at the spread, $78 to $81 with $5 shipping on the foil, and we do have 3 listings starting from $35 to $36. I recall seeing a few of these just continue to get bought out, but we are in the second month of the promo set, so with the second printing of it, we should see it continue to drop a little further. Then it all depends on just how popular Eva is going to be with the next coming formats. Something that is seeing a buyout, though, is Everspring Hunter Emerance, which is Roroa's promo support card, but it's seeing a buyout on the common version of its promo, while the foil has more listings and starts out cheaper. $9 on the foil right now versus the market price of $15, $16, and the common version starts at $17.50 with a market price of $7.52. Looking at the spread of this one, let's see. Yeah, you can buy the foil cheaper right now, at least for a few copies. Given that there are only 2 copies of the regular one, again, always make sure you are checking all viable versions before you buy. And the last card I want to talk about is the Mask of Hydrum. Given that Griffogia and Mask units have not seen any real specific support recently, everything has really dropped off for this mask, and it's gotten to the point where the FR, which is the rarest on the market, is now about the same price as any of the other versions that you can pick up on the market right now, and the most expensive one is the Nasamori version. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Masanori, that's right. The Masanori version, which is currently at about $18 to $20, and only 2 listings on that. Otherwise, you can pick up the FR for about $8 to $9, and all the other versions are about $8 to $9 to $10 as well. So at this point, if you want to go cheapest for value, the FR is actually the best to go. And, I mean, we'll see where it goes from here. I would like the masks to see some more support going down the line, but it's highly doubtful given that it was mostly a plot point of the anime. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, just like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.